All right, ebusian for mamunyi na akwaba. Wow, join live no bia na wa power tapping na share also for me, okay? Try and share for me. Na enyumre we ebe butu ha. Enyumre ebe butu.
Well, for the records, we want to make it very clear to you that you cannot scare anybody here. Now, until Pandai is resolved, government business will suffer. Get away. Get it clear. Until Pandai, I put it to you that until Pandai is resolved, government business is going to suffer. And from henceforth, you keep telling us you have 189, 185, and then 4 independent members. Go and marshal your numbers and come and do your business. Until Panda is resolved, we on this side will not cooperate. We are saying it again, we will not cooperate with you. Nobody's going anywhere. Well, we are not moving. We are not going anywhere. Well, for the records, we want to make it very clear to you that you cannot scare anybody here. Now, until Pandai is resolved, government business will suffer. Get away. Get it clear. Until Pandai, I put it to you that until Pandai is resolved, government business is going to suffer. And from henceforth, you keep telling us you have 189, 185, and then 4 independent members. Go and marshal your numbers and come and do your business. Until Panda is resolved, we on this side will not cooperate. We are saying it again, we will not cooperate with you. And nobody's going anywhere. Well, we are not moving. We are not going anywhere.
All right, ebusian for mamunyi na akwaba to this evening session. As you can see, these are straight images from Ghana's Parliament. Yeah, so when you have a tyrant, when you have a tyrant, our lady or Maya, never be say, never see. What do you expect? And it was about power tapping why? But you join be no power tapping now share live no mommy. Why join be no power tapping share live no mommy? Why? Power tapping and share live no. Na and then a bear butu. Please power tap and share the live. Let friends know say Ghana SMTV Chaba live. The voice of MPP is live. Now and then our focus is on Ghana's Parliament. It's an cinema back with me because when and easy cry because and then to call Parliament pa to call Parliament pa na enye easy. Na enye better kra. And please power tap and share the live. Power tap and share the live. Please power tap. It's going to be fire. Let's power tap. Let's power tap. Please power tap and share the live. Let's power tap. So there is a heart button, okay? I say akumabisano. That is the button you should be power tapping on our YouTube, right? That is the button you should be. And then also you can share. You can share the link to your pages. Or to maybe I know share link to your pages. Let them know say the voice of MPP my live. My live no me what both YouTube no TikTok. But on say we videos can want na me pe say yenye wa YouTube so that also bet me share video nibi. So that to give you the chance, the opportunity to also see the things I'm showing. Because enye easy kra. Nantokwa pa enye easy. Sena we next year was it 7th January? 7th January 2021. We HNSI one no. This one is more than that one kra. Enye easy. Ube share na ube say asema me kana ya nukre. We share na be because enye easy. Na hey rade. Amemu fumpana. Amemu fumpana. NDC for edi na ibane sen na ene nyama be yesi ya. Ebane sen. Empower tap around.
Well, for the records, we want to make it very clear to you that you cannot scare anybody here. Now, until Pandai is resolved, government business will suffer. Get away. Get it clear. Until Pandai, I put it to you that until Pandai is resolved, government business is going to suffer. And from henceforth, you keep telling us you have 189, 185, and then 4 independent members. Go and marshal your numbers and come and do your business. Until Panda is resolved, we on this side will not cooperate. We are saying it again, we will not cooperate with you. Nobody's going anywhere. Well, we are not moving. We are not going anywhere. Well, for the records, we want to make it very clear to you that you cannot scare anybody here. Now, until Pandai is resolved, government business will suffer. Get away. Get it clear. Until Pandai, I put it to you that until Pandai is resolved, government business is going to suffer. And from henceforth, you keep telling us you have 189, 185, and then 4 independent members. Go and marshal your numbers and come and do your business. Until Panda
Amijidi said, this is not what we have bargained for as a nation. As a minor, and your way na bargaining for. Any say, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, last year, barely 1 year near Ghana phone and I call the various polling stations. And I call Tuaba. Once again, I'm reminding you, say, program we know about live say our YouTube. We were live on YouTube with a different camera, a different setup. I say the whole thing, I said the same TV setup at TNO. And wow, person who videos are they say sound no me born and yes sound keke. Okay, yeah, so right, sorry. I know YouTube could not hear me. I've resolved it now. I know YouTube could not hear me. I've resolved it now. And they say no, our YouTube no, we can actually display even your comment. It mean display your comments in our YouTube. And we are up there. So please join now, and let's have an interaction on YouTube so that videos no bet me ashwebi. Now Parliament to say no NDC for say more super majority. Super majority this is saying almost more 2/3 plus of how do you call it? All the seats are available in Parliament, and they've been jubilating. But your page, YouTube page, why? Ghana and Sem TVGH. Ghana and Sem TVGH. Yeah, we're over 30,000 subscribers. And you call us to say, me were live, say, Ay3ka Serious. And please join on YouTube. Join on YouTube. And share the link. Share both the TikTok link and share the YouTube link. And this is for a more overwhelming majority of Parliament. Obiani or Mukun. Ukraine and more a lot of numbers. Now, say, a lot of numbers, Ghana for Bebre say, the reason we have given you the numbers is because we want you to effect certain changes. Ewa omainemu. Nema baku mienu because wa na omaining in Nigeria say they don't like, they don't want. And they wanted things done around it. They wanted new and a fresh leadership. That is why they gave an overwhelming a majority to NDC. Now, from 7 January, our NDC for a majority of this parliament, I believe this is the 9th parliament. A Jimieni Kosia Semu Kwano Mudi was with that majority. Because anka NDC for and Kophobia Muye serious, anka with the kind of majority, Ghana for the amount, all you will be interested in doing is say, day in, day out, you want to quickly develop this nation. Because at the Biara Niwa, a developmental issue would be called parliament that you can meet any resistance. There is no way such thing can ever happen. There cannot be any resistance. Now, if there is no resistance to adhere Udibano, why can't you develop this nation? Why can't you use AMU Nabesa Parliament to develop this nation? But instead of concentrating on developing this nation, what they are rather doing is say, Omudi Omunabes person bully MPP for. That's what they are doing. Now, Bushan for me, Kyle say you were live on YouTube. All the videos that from Parliament, I'm playing them on YouTube right now. So join us on YouTube. Ghana Sem TVGH. Majority are Ghana for the ma NDC for no. Jimmy and Kwano Mudi Jimmy. Na Ghana for catch NDC for say, yeah, this time wabe bo a Jack who at you and a Jack, where are you with us? Hide and seek with us. Ghanaians are not interested in any hide and seek game with the NDC. They want development. Development now mope. They want to see, say, their roads are being done. They want to see, say, the right legislation is being passed. That is what Ghanaians are interested in. That is what Ghanaians were demanding. And that is why Ghanaians said, say, okay, MPP, let's give the chance to NDC to come and let's see what they have to offer. That is what Ghanaians wanted. That is what Ghanaians are demanding for. Is this too much to ask? Now, Musoria, Debiano, Mudiemu, super majority. Super majority is what I'm to make a brofo. Super majority, no. And I was super majority no untimi nka brofo nso. To the extent say majority leader Ay3ka Serious say even though they have the numbers no MPP for bully or more parliament. Now say MPP for bully more parliament then amu di bully mu enye numbers. I join any brofo enye sa. I join any brofo. Now say I join any brofo the English is there for all of us. Meaning microphobia school no man share and bisa, but ebanu brofo they've been able to self-educate. They've been able to self-educate. Right? And they've been able to show. So it doesn't matter say me school no man share and kosa pachawa YouTube no so pacha power tapping why? Keep power tapping on YouTube. Keep tapping on the heart or YouTube. TikTok for some power tapping sir. It does not matter. Now NDC 4 there, I don't know what they thought is done in Parliament. Because what be bria aye tibon kosu for master ko good Parliament honum there. I don't know. I mean asem aye catch mu before mu ko Parliament honum. As obi catch mu say ye chetty any biscuit or Parliament enti omu nkobi. And omu nyina mu ko fa form say person me Parliament MPs. Because and yes sir, I don't understand why somebody will say he has prepared to become a parliamentarian. You prepare to become a parliamentarian, no? And even common speech, untimima, ti say obi ti say Kaswa MP say. Kaswa MP. Why any need say how kumsin there untiminya MP biom obetu how kumsin. Obetu how kumsin yinanu. Speech. Aya churama say kikan keke, untimi kikan. Speech aya churama o, asemesi. Yes, see what happened. Come and say your side of the story. Yeah, the speech amount. Because asem na yeti. Because asem kwa na yeti. Now, despite this, you still have enough time. In fact, even under this parliament, speaker to me who say NDC for me a T-Bon also force, I will say, okay, wait the way man say, me the a scholarship back. And right now, as we are speaking, MPs have a scholarship to learn Stremushian for adult education. Esan said T-Bon kosu for ya do sudodo. T-Bon kosu for no, omu ya do sudodo. And the speaker say, even though mu was scano, still by force, I say mu kosu ya dienti, mema mu scholarship. And I am mu scholarship. Now, what happened today? And I say, I don't think as I say in our parliament, no. MPP force omum pinema are buying business ekosubio. Now I want to play this speech for you from chief whip, minority chief whip era Anodon pray. And me say what you TikTok no the best thing is where joining YouTube, because if you are on YouTube you can see the videos that I'm showing, but over TikTok you can only hear the sound. But over YouTube, you can see the videos for yourself and see what is being narrated, right? And YouTube, you can find us on Ghana and Sem TV GH. That page, over 30,000 subscribers. Now, my lives is saying so. And when you come, that is the way to find me. Let's listen to what Anodon Pre had to say about what is going on in Parliament.
Well, for the records, we want to make it very clear to you that you cannot scare anybody here. Now, until Pandai is resolved, government business will suffer. Get away. Get it clear. Get it clear. Until Pandai, I put it to you that until Pandai is resolved, government business is going to suffer. And from hence.
Okay, Ebushanfo, welcome back. As I say, now NDC for Philly said because of more nabes, no. And when I say, omudi because assembly abeba parliament. Now omudi ba. Now one make it now say speaker can say those who are for say yeah. Now one say yeah. Those who are against say no. Then they say no. Then they say the yes have it. But And him say Parliament no, tricky. There are various ways that whether you have numbers or not, you can make your voice heard. Or Parliament. And that's why sometimes you can see say NPP, even though we don't have the numbers as much, we are not really worried. Because we know we have other ways. Now, one of the ways, any walkout, you can stage a walkout. To say, you can do Parliament, they say, na, person bibi. Now, you say, as a NDC phone, what can you do? You can quickly stage a walkout so that you don't have the numbers to actually make business that very day. That is one of the alternatives. Another alternative, is say, yeba, na, say, adia NDC fourth person omuye no asa ye ni njenwu sa na omu kasa ebeye togbe ye say ye mpini and we sing to interrupt it, because whilst we are singing the speaker will not be able to hear you, and if the speaker is not able to hear you, how are you going to conduct business? There's no way you can conduct business. And also one of the avenues that are available for a mighty minority Now, we have realized, say, over the time, as a NDC for, abusing minority for dodo. Teti NS kumisama. Guy nuko wuye. Guy no they were so bold enough to come to his funeral. And the mighty minority for said, Ebio, say, just uncle for my titi esana ye wa. They will come and smile at our funeral. So we will not allow for adia NDC for the year and eskumino yen penis at the NCBio. And he will match them boot for boot. Now, and eskumio we went into a primaries Ay3ka, and we also what happened by election rather Ay3ka. So we also what happened the way chairman Azoka and his boys came to display there. Nina. And then in the end, you see, NDC ne winning. Right. NDC winning, no problem. So we moved away from Ay3ka. MPP is trying to pick up our pieces. That's what we are trying to do. We are like a het lion. We are not at our fullest strength. We understand that. And then pass say no on my way no ebano Ghana, we are disadvantaged. Of course we are. But even though we are disadvantaged, it does not mean it is over with us. No. No matter how wounded a lion is, at least roaring there, they want to scare the small goats away there. Come on, that one there we have. We definitely have. Now, after they got Ay3ka seat they say omudi omuni ekosiye Pandai seat so. Pandai seat is one of the few seats that MPP still has our northern region Pandai. Now that Pandai seat crown before MPP was able to get it, na easy. Bray ankasa. Na mo himself not for the NDC stronghold for MPP to get a seat. Yes. And I must say that a wounded lion can roar to maintain his territory. Yes. That is it. Right? Now, Meka also say you will live our YouTube, say you're streaming our YouTube, and see videos via all the videos I'm playing kindly join us live our YouTube here. So they have set their eyes, their gaze, our Pandai seat, so say no matter what we do, they are going to take that seat also from us. Now, they went to court, Tamale High Court. Judgment by, in fact, for the very first time, not the first time, but under this government, under the NDC government from 7 January till now, we've been seeing a couple of weird things, but beside them, we didn't know that it will get this much. We did not realize that it will become this much. At all. Now, the judge, already judgment. Almost 3 days after judgment, now copy of the judgment was not available to the minority. Judge has read a verdict, and the verdict is read, his reasoning is not available for the minority. Why was it not available for the minority? Because before the minority can appeal, before we can appeal whatever this judge has declared, we need a judgment. Because Oko appeal process more, you need what the judge thinks and what you think that the judge did not consider. These are the things you send to appeal. So once the judge is delaying the judgment now, you can have your response ready, but you don't have an entire complete file to submit. So Apenyo Markin had to run to Parliament, or the day of Parliament, I say, judgment no buy, my speaker, my own time, before the judgment was given to them. Now, this judgment that was given to them, together with the response of the lawyers of the MP for Pandai, have been submitted for appeal. Now, the case has not yet been heard at the appeal level. This is what is happening in Pandai. And this is why there's chaos in Parliament as we are speaking right now. The reason you saw people fighting in Parliament, and the Pandai MP, no, I catch the speaker who say, whatever ruling that the court in Tamale has given now, and yet final. Because in Ghana, we have various stages that you can litigate an issue. You see litigator who say, oh, the Asema court. Okay? Now, the High Court is not even the last resort. There be from High Court, you go to appeal. Wait me appeals court. Appeals court, no judge back in na case. 3, 5, thereabout. They sit on the case and they listen to the case all over again. Then they also pass their judgment, their ruling. Now, sesa judges are more appeals court honum, or more pass your judgment, and you still feel say you have not gotten justice, you have the right to go to the Supreme Court of Ghana. Now, uko Supreme Court mpwa. And you say, oh, wako Supreme Court not declared that's the end debut. Say uko Supreme Court now asema odi buy. Ebia, the initial panel that was set up, a panel of 5 people, 5 judges that have been set up, say, you people are the ones sitting on this case. That is not the end. That's just the beginning. Because after the past judgment, say, still you are not convinced that you have gotten justice, you can still apply for a judicial review. Now, that review, what will happen is, say, those 5 judges will be maintained and they will add another 2. Okay, so they will make 7 judges to listen. And then, if you are still not, you can do that until you have exhausted all there is at the Supreme Court. Now, from Ghana's Supreme Court, who feel say you were not treated fairly, because I can tell you an authority say, right now, I cannot guarantee, I cannot say for a fact say, obi bia obeko court system ni mu nyina wo Ghana ha no, ubenya justice. Me, I can't guarantee it. I cannot. Because we've all seen what has happened just this past 1 year. You've seen it. We've seen how things that do not even happen. Last time, a bare Sunday or so, yet he said there was an attempted coup. Beni. Yes, sir. Soldiers, when the soldiers appeared on the television, what did they say? They've dissolved Parliament. They dissolved the executive. They did not say they dissolved the judiciary. When you go into Omambia, a military rule krana, soldiers are careful to leave the judiciary alone. Because once you touch the judiciary, chaos, anarchy, the mighty will bully the weak. That is what will happen the moment you touch the judiciary. And even the days of Jerry John Rawlings, as a military leader, you realize, say, he did not really touch the courts. It is for that reason that when they had issues with some judges, they resorted to murdering them instead of removing them, because there is this respect for the judiciary. But for the first time, a democratic leader, in the person of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, had the impudence, the temerity, the courage to remove the Chief Justice of this republic, our mother, Gertrude Torkornoo. So since then, I've become a little bit skeptical about any judicial service. I've become skeptical. And I pray, say, within these years, these 3 years that are left, I wouldn't have any issue that I want to go to court, because I can't trust whatever is going to be delivered there. So as I was saying, say, Assembly Yediwo Supreme Court, now still feel say, oh, I'm not happy with the kind of judgment that has been given. You still have the opportunity. Opportunity will hold. So we call ECOWAS Court. ECOWAS Court, whatever the decision is there, is binding to Ghana's court, because you are part of ECOWAS. Even at ECOWAS level, if you feel, once again, that you have not gotten a justice, AU court, African Union, court. So when an issue ever before the court, now this very one crowd here is even the court of the land at appeals level. At Denver, I say, oh yeah, as a Speaker of Parliament, you wait for the resolution of the case, and yes, sir, you wait. Sir, after the court has judged on the issue, has passed a ruling, that is when you can come and say, oh, the person who is involved has agreed, say, the court ruling, we to, and I'm declaring a Pandai state vacant. The Speaker did not do this. Speaker Gbagbin did not do this simple and logical thing. He has made the Clerk of Parliament to write to the Electoral Commissioner, say, Pandai State has become vacant because of the ruling of the Tamale High Court. Minority is like, how possible, say, Asema Ewo Court, ruling Yambai, then the Clerk of Parliament, who is supposed to be a non-partisan clerk. As a Clerk of Parliament, you cannot be partisan. No. Untiminye partisan. That is why MPP will not become majority and say that they have come with their own clerk. No. No, it doesn't work like that. So as the Clerk of a Parliament, you are supposed to be neutral. And all who work under you are supposed to be neutral. But already, we started seeing signs and symptoms that some of the clerks might have become biased at some point. You remember, said during the vetting, when a clerk schedules for a committee sitting and the minority side is not even aware. Right? We again remember when a clerk tries to swear in someone who was coming for vetting, when members of the committee are still having outstanding issues to resolve. That was what led to that infamous fight, ISC, you remember, during the vetting of, I think, Okujetu Ablakwa. So already, you see that the trend of the NDC, just under them, judiciary, you can't trust. clerks of parliament also you can't trust. So you understand why those of us in the MPP, we will start watching some of the things that our parliament is saying, and we interpret it. Of course, as for the interpretation we will do, we'll have to interpret it. We have to interpret it to the people. Because if we should remain quiet now, if we should keep quiet now, posterity will judge us. YouTube for power tapping. Why will YouTube be a power tapping? Next comment it. Why? Comment it. If NPP for we say that because you are in opposition and see whatever happens, we don't care. Can afford na open na posterity will judge us. They will not even listen to us say, they will not hear that. They wouldn't even want to give us that chance to even explain ourselves in that manner. They will judge us. That is why Senator Fili was here. We have to talk. That is why if there's an attempt to overthrow our constitution, we must talk. The same way, the Speaker of Parliament, we have to talk. And so I'm happy, so much happy with the way mighty minority, as it stands now, is carrying itself in Parliament under the leadership of the indefatigable Ay3ka Serious F, a son of the voter land. With the son of the voter land, and family, or a votarian. Ay3ka Serious F, or a votarian. We need about 4 mumpo a votarian. And he's the leader of the mighty minority. By next now he was not in Parliament. And now any deputy. Any deputy per se, but the minority chief whip. And not don't pray. Nsawam. He's the one who stood steadfast. And you see, I've been having a conversation with my good brother Eda Emmanuel, who is watching us, who is on the live. And every time, my view is say we are a leader, and you want us to respect you as a leader. We must be able to see traits of you, what you believe, what you stand for, in your followers. And this Ay3ka Mami Patricia Piaget should be able to stand on her feet and do the same thing Ay3ka will have done. And today, we saw how she stood. Yeah, Mami. Or see, nobody is leaving Parliament. Say NDC for Philly say, Adia Muyeno, MP Becca say, free Parliament, ma'am, we enjoy more. And being sit there. And I like the speech that Anodonpre gave. That MPP, we are not scared of a BAO NDC. We are not scared. The truth of the matter is saying, Yakupon Epen say, Yakupon. You see, when you go into every family, there are some children that will be recalcitrant. And there are some also who will be good children. In every family, if you be a man and woman, yes, sir. That is it. If the way NDC for a giddy giddy, the way NDC for me giddy giddy giddy. If God had allowed AMPP for also to be the same way, we will not have a country. We will not have a country. That is why sometimes you always tend to feel, say, I don't know, NPP for there, why they always, I say, book law. If NPP for Ankaya, book law, and Kaya, so a giddy giddy, a petogbe to be in Libya, we will not have a nation. And God being so wise has made it so. ebusuan for YouTube channel no edinu newo ahai Ghana Sem TV GH. Ghana Sem TV GH. I'm streaming there right now also. So and now over Parliament no MPP for almost na straightforward. Almost see. Aye Juma up to a point. We are tired. We want to go. Speaker no see there be. I will not allow you to go. Number one, no. Number two, MPP4 say, already you speaker no, you have already decreased our numbers again by declaring a Pandai seat vacant. And one of our own, our MP, that seat any bona fide no, unto me by Parliament bill until the issue is resolved, because we are not in a banana republic. Once the speaker through the clerk has declared your seat vacant, you cannot come to Parliament again. But you know, sir, we in the minority, no, every single member is important to us. Every single member. There is nobody that is more important than anybody on your minority side, no. Nobody. Everyone is important. Now, say everyone is important to us. What it means, they say, for the speaker to sack, quote unquote, one of our own, because the issue has not been resolved by any competent court of jurisdiction yet. We have issues with it. So we will not proceed. Now, you say, if free parliament, they will continue. Like the way they did with the gold board. That gold board, yes, sorry, they were there. They will read nonsense. They will say, yeah. Read nonsense. They say, yeah. But for the sake of Ghana, and MPP for some better now, they will sit down there and they will distract proceedings. Now, when you go into parliamentary proceedings, allowed though, is one of the ventures available, one of the tools available. If you disagree with a thing or two, and you have used all the other channels, and there has not been any agreement reached. What you say? So before even this fight started, they went on a break. The speaker with the leaderships, both majority and minorities. But when they came back, Speaker Bagbin came to maintain his stance bill or assembly start here. That was where the issue began from. If they had come back from the consultation, now Speaker Bagbin Becker said, oh, after consulting, me say, oh, okay, ABR, the harm is already done. But we have to meet a minority for halfway. Right? I'm not sure say it will have become to this extent. We were seeing blows. Blows, pow. And I'm saying next year, 7 January 2021, now is small. Next year and then any the real deal. It was that bad. Now, why I want to show a video no year, no? I'm showing it right now over YouTube. Come and have a look for yourself. It was terrible, if I may use that word. Very, very terrible.
To move that this honorable house adopt the report of the committee. No, this is Committee on Defense and Interior on the allocation of the sum of 10 million for the services of the Ministry of Defense for the year ending 31st December 2026. I so move.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. I'll rise to second the motion. 30 on the...
To move that this honorable house adopt the report of the committee. No, this is Committee on Defense and Interior on the allocation of the sum of 10 million for the services of the Ministry of Defense for the year ending 31st December 2026. I so move.
When all these were going on, minority force say omuntiasie. And Tisebeya, Anka Speaker of Parliament, the videos is still being shown on YouTube. And what about me joining what YouTube has to see and see for yourself. And the speaker should do the honorable thing now. Now, say no. That is when minority force so almost sorry from seats mo. She says, Sadia, I boy after all, a buying a government is the one that requires cooperation. Minority has nothing to lose. Minority, we don't have anything to lose. A buying the budget take up parliament. Now you see how they were in hurry. So much hurry. Ebra, kasakasa no buy. You see how they were doing everything possible to quickly pass all those fraudulent figures. I heard something like a Ministry of Sam George in the ministry. Over 1 billion Ghana cedis. That is what Sam George's ministry is going to spend next year. Yeah. Yeah, Irene, welcome. Irene, welcome. Over 1 billion. Sam George ministry in Kwang. You ask yourself, say, I then put here Sam George, next year on my new sika. 1 billion on Unkwan in ministry. But are you surprised? I'm not surprised. I am not surprised in any way. Why am I not surprised? I'm not surprised because now say communication. Government communication on quantum 78 million or 9 months more. And the San George ministry or 1 billion and yashi. And now no me buy me our money, Ghana money, or Gama Hamad de Chopam Yafu. Yeah. This is what we are. We are, and we have sad days ahead of us. Very, very sad days. It is only God that can help us. On my way, because things are not well at all. Joan, our YouTube said WWE and Emmanuel said, hey, this happened in Parliament today. Yes, it happened in Parliament today. It happened in Parliament today. It happened in Parliament. We have another
microphone, and we'll reply you. So you can say whatever you want to say. No, but let me make it very. You cannot scare me. You cannot scare me. Whatever I want to say, I'll say it. If you want to speak, rise up and catch the other speaker. You cannot scare me. You can't. What can you do? Speaker,
GH Mesa Parliament. Any GH Mesa Parliament. Any our honorable people. Adentia, because a group of people calling themselves NDC MPs there, they do not believe in diplomacy. NDC for pair there from diplomacy. They don't know how to be tactful. Tactful. And te mu de ma dwumu say bibia de entokwa bibia entokwa bibia strength. Eban adwin on the bedwin they will bring in things that will advance this nation there. Enu de omu ni bi. Omu de na ne say ntokwa bia ntokwa won de oho na mu ni wo. Wherever there is fight, that's where they are. They love to fight. They love to be aggressive. Yeah. Joan says that ungovernability has been the NDC's hallmark for long ago. Yeah. I agree with you. NDC always thrives where there is chaos. Baby a gidi wono, oho na NDC for pe. Baby antokwa wono, oho na omupe. That is where they feel at home at. Yeah. That is where they love to be. Wherever there is chaos and fight. But when this in so after 7th December, even when Dr. Baumia had come out, now be consider you say, oh, election in the Yeri. Yeri, yes, you reporter. And wa friend in here, I John Mahama, His Excellency, to congratulate him. Say ye huni ekoso. Ye huni. You saw what happened after that. How these people still misbehaved, though. The way they still misbehaved. The way they still misbehave, even though His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia had called to concede. Because now my joining in say a sent to Quincy, Nantokwana and Sidia, they have to do everything possible to make it happen. And the man who is causing all this thing, the one who is causing all this thing, who should have known better, our speaker Bagbin, he was sitting down there. So Speaker Bagbin was sitting down there. Come to YouTube and come and see. He was there and was watching it happen. That is what happens when a group of people become tired. I won't say Israel for Abraham more Egypt now. When they were in Egypt, every day they were having their ways. Egypt for they were having their ways. When they became tired of the aggression, of the slavery, they started fighting. They were fighting back. That was how come Moses, typical who will be on the Egyptian or Muku, and Moses went to help. Yeah. How did we get here as a man? How did we get here? We told Ghanaians, so Ghana for you catch them, you pass on my way, NDC for they don't know how to govern a nation. They don't know anything about this country. They cannot help. All these things we are seeing today could have been prevented. Oh, they could have been easily prevented. We wouldn't have been here. You will not have been here today. Anka 7 January, 7 December, you got to abanoma Dr. Baumia. We will not waste our time near my Parliament. Parliament. YouTube never should be. Parliament. And you know, the painful aspect they say, whilst all this is happening, international community, they are watching it too. Yeah. America for share, Germany for share, France for share, Russia for share, Ukraine for share, Israel for share, Australia for share, Obia share, South Africa for, Nigeria for share. So how would they take us serious? And to call embassy be say pay visa. They will say get any pay visa because for pay baby tina muna parliament cry no muntimi keep order. Yes, it will affect you. If you think it will not affect you, and try it will affect you. And let me just play this for you to hear. How the speaker kept on accepting motions in all this chaos.
Since there's no further consideration, I put the question. Those in favor of the motion, say aye. Those against, say no.
Item number 19.
Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted.
No, 19. You have to repeat it. Where's the minister? She come. No, he says that he didn't.
So you see the chaos? Whilst all these were ongoing now, Speaker Gbagbe was still sitting down there in the midst of the chaos, accepting motions. And to your mind, maybe so. Wait a minute, sir. How will you get a working nation this way? Oh, you like more than me? How are you going to make sure, say, you have a working nation, a working Ghana, when they are reading motions? Budget, Omunka say, we a 2026 budget that is being approved. Now, a bright approving budget, no. Confusion is ongoing, chaos is ongoing, fight is ongoing. And they are still reading through the microphone. Nobody is listening. Then only the speaker is there saying, don't say aye, no say no. This is Ghana. Mobile. It's so sad. Very sad. And it is even, I don't know. I mean, sometimes I get sad. I get sad when I see some of these things happen. Because when MPP comes back, we are going to face the consequences. All these budgets that have been approved, a bra confusion there causing they say, we got 3 presidential jets. Bakub mi enu miensa. Over 1 billion. When you end this MPP 2029, we are the ones coming to suffer for it. And Rebecca said, so did we go or did we come? Yeah, Koyana say bye. Come and watch the videos. I watch YouTube. Ghana 7 TVGH page me live is here. Come and watch. And yeah, easy cry. So why YouTube so power tap? Why power tap? Why YouTube be no power tap? Why? Love button tap love button also. Now go for baby into me share. Right? I'm sad. I'm very, very sad. I'm very, very sad. Now, let's move away from Parliament in Tokwa. Mati say, yeah, papa. Yeah, BBA. Honorable Kennedy Ohini Japan. Our Onwani region. Any home region, central region. Now, our central region, honomuno, or campaign now. We know already, say. Me, one thing about me is say me obi a campaign and me the family who because I understand say ese obi a campaign. Ese obi a campaign. Say yen see pin now obi a campaigner. And they say is not being really, we are not being really fair. And to media, I believe say everybody is entitled to do their campaign. And that is the beauty of democracy. So wait my campaign. And yes, sir. But uka assembly or campaign trio nuswa. We also can, as a matter of fact, watch and reply. So you are free to say whatever you want to say whilst campaigning. We are also free to scrutinize whatever you say. And our central region, no. I mean, so let me read some comment from YouTube first. Someone said, John says that Dr. Baumia tactically considered like a true gentleman, and that is how he won my heart. Who can match his economic powers in this country? We have such a great economist, but denied autonomy. Sad. I like that. Yes, because most of the people, did not really like Dr. Baumia because he was painted as a liar. NDC4, they know how to paint people, how to tag people. But beyond that, they were over 8th December, when the whole country was on the edge and came to concede, it won a lot of people's heart. Anytime I can say I can't 9p, no, I can't 9p. Because Ghanaians are now convinced, a peaceful person, a leader. He's not hungry for power. He's not desperate. Yeah, Ghanaians are convinced. They are. But we'll discuss that another day. So, Japan has been saying some things, and President, I came across this on TikTok. Let's listen to it, and then I will come back and I'll give you my point on it.
No room for imbecility. Your opposition to engine hop. And will be in fan, Sonny Akoshi and say MPP. Now, Nabotra me the video be about MPP Judas Kennedy Japan. And try will coach our central region. Our person was inside a central region for against MPP. Our person was the same party no person. What didn't to trigger ever party. Me the video ne Barbetro. Who should we are? Nabotra Bram. Me baba ma data fact near dia expose papa we na mahunu adwene bone e woni trim a wo pesa wo de say MPP party hwe video ne na bra
yet to central region 2016 we gained MPP 19 seats out of 23 19 seats out of 23 positions are saying and no the mind Ebebiano central region. Sabi, mo pasi ye use as a machine. Yadiko class as so. Na the papa fi mo ba, ni a packing machine no as in check. That is central region for you. Wake up. Wake up. We are not going to allow anybody to use us anymore. No more.
abusia for asfm sene man yi kasa gegegegegege na so na kuma mu ni tiri mo nim sa asem a wo ka no eye ntro enye no kra eye bosire mu ka eye blatant line na so wayene ne ho e ka ne den I see me ba be exposing with fact data on encrofo every central region akufo ado yi omo position akese in the last 8 years yes as every ministers and deputy ministers omudi na that so no in 8 years akufo ado yi nipa be 120 as ministers, need deputy ministers. Out of 120, emu 13 and a free central region. No, we didn't that one. Who there divide the 120 ministers and deputies, by 16 regions. Averagely, say region be at most 7 to 8 appointments. That's what Kufuado ma central region go 13. Wacham 8, wacham 9, 13. And you cannot say Akufuado the central region abroad. Akufuado any central region din ye. One more way to my 13. Yafa don't tunje. Yasha CEOs, director generals, any more deputies.
Yeah, so on Japan, our central region say, or no Japan believe central region has not been treated fine, treated well when it comes to the national cake and Akufuado. It's say appointments are every central region and also. I'm just saying 2 minutes on this, and then I'll bring my submission to an end. The same Honorable Ken Japan, my who say appointments be brea Akufo-Addo ye no ni fie na list no free. Central Region delegates, kindly listen to me carefully. Honorable Ken Japan eka say most of the appointments Akufo-Addo ye no onu ken and I recommend it no for appointment. Me ask some video no. I did not look for it down. I should have actually looked for it down to play for you on YouTube. On the next time, I think only tomorrow when I come live, or YouTube no, I'll play it before starting my show. We are live on YouTube right here. Can you join us? I say most of the appointments were done in his house. Okay, invest in Ghana. Do you have my number? If you have my number, can you send it to me? Or my number, but send me why. Now, if those appointments were done in your house, what prevented you from adding names of people from Central Region to them? Any first question. The appointments were done in your house. Okay. So you decided to omit AS Central Region 4 from the list. And why would you do such a thing? Because ABA now what you must say, a time will come you will want to use that against Akufo-Addo's government. Ebushan for what TikTok no pacho power tapping mami why? Power tapping. Yeah, report it live no power tapping. What TikTok be power tapping? YouTube musu power tapping or YouTube musu. Are we getting it? And the ukoya appointment ni wie. Uko bo Akufo-Addo amoya appointment ni wie no. Afa de ube yi Akufo-Addo ma say wa appoint Central Region 4. Wait me a leader ye. This is a clear sign said this person should not be entrusted with leadership. You don't need to be told by any through any revelation or any trance or any prophecy. See, Obio bet me a leader no. The person is bold to say, yes, I was part of Akufo-Addo's government. Yes. Whatever went right, we got it right. Whatever went wrong, we all got it wrong. That is the person that can be entrusted with the new Patriotic Party. Che. Nipa do say na we make many appointment at a time I was Central Region. Nipa do saying. But you alone, Honorable Ken Japan, unkwa was Central Region. Businessman. Contractor uji over 90 contracts. Over 90 contracts. More YouTube no. Mami check contract na me display mamu se over 90 contracts. And the total no over 1 billion Ghana cedis. Contractor unyaye. One more YouTube. I will show it to you right now. Right? One onunkwa. And unya we nyina wie. Exaska na unkwa na unya o Central Region no. Ultimate the boa Central 4. Udi boa Central 4. Anka I'm not sure say ene ayeka sa no. Central Region will have just about 4 or 5 seats. I'm not sure. Minye sure. But it has become like that because everybody failed. And you see, that is what is paining me. MPP no. We must accept, say we have all failed. And yes, any people could ne fail you. Ne fail. Me say I wasn't an appointee, but I believe that maybe I have not done something wrong. It's something right. That is why we are in opposition today. Obia say we all played a part in MPP's defeat. Ebia obi wo ho, wakoma party ni bi party by wa be broken heart. Enti wakoma party by wa no broken heart no. Wo bufuo nti e na by wa no akoto aba no. Enti you also play the part. Enye se ko obi na obi asori a. Ebia oba bi wo ho a, wo so akoshe be ma bi bo se obe ware no. Through what ebra na ye wo power no. Wa boa or the work of school. We school no so ware no bio. Enti wo bufuo nti wan to aba na ma MPP. We all played a part one way or the other. Ebia obi wa brochire genuinely sa nepa no anka bet me afa flight abeto aba no. But ebia na on say election no dey MPP wi ni ewie ade na mesa say me sika akọ down akoto aba no. And you to accept responsibility say usu wan ye ni ye ent na MPP losing no. But say who honorable Kennedy Japan who kwamba ya to say as a holier than thou who dey now can one who that's when we'll be forced to show you that you now can be who can pa who can one kasa YouTube for me but I'll show you the contracts are here. I'll show them to you one after the other. You see, and I'll list them to you. But ube to me abra YouTube why YouTube no nie Ghana and Sam TV GH. Any Ghana and Sam TV GH. Me live was say here. I'll show you all the contracts that Honorable Kennedy Japan has got. Now, ministry by ministry, open Ministry of Energy in Kwanya easy. Ministry of Energy in Kwa contracts are Kennedy Ohini Japan enya ye no. Udi nini na boma 751 million Ghana cedis. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? And it's only pa ya oba beka say na kufo ya udwunwa wonti ase. Udwunwa wonti ase o, wonti ase da. Because you've benefited. Benefit onye bi pa. You made money. Whatever money you take, you have used to help MPP. No, MPP has done well to you. You've gotten it back. Unya profit crowd also. So don't come and try to incite the party base, against ESL. Ena munya den. Ya nyashe kraru de unyebi. And unye most important, no. Unyebi. So, our Facebook, no, let me. These are the contracts. Facebook, YouTube for. But now, share contracts and no Ministry of Energy in Kwano no. Ministry of Energy in Kwani. Onun kwao nipa bako. Now offering Central Region. They say no. What are you holding Akufo-Addo accountable on? He has done well for you. Unfortunately, me for be our YouTube because now me person I did not plan to come live today. And yet I see what Parliament I can member live. And I did not prepare the link. And yes, sir, and YouTube for met me a famo. Member live no so video call and I be ye bekasa. I promise you to go tomorrow. We'll do that. And what TikTok no. Kindly send a request. Let me pick you and let's have a conversation. I'm ending the YouTube live stream here. So while YouTube biano joining here, I want the real voice of MPP. I want TikTok say Ay3ka. The real voice of MPP. I want TikTok joining here. Let's continue the conversation for the next 20 minutes and let's call it a night. So send your request. Let me pick you. Thank you for joining on YouTube. I'll see you, God willing, tomorrow. Cheers.